Now, from WTVM, this is Business Break with your host, Maureen Akers.
Hello there and welcome. Today our special guest is Rhett Jones with Air Force Heating and Air. Rhett, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Maureen. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Glad to have you back in the studio.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so tell us, what are some important things to consider if you're deciding to replace your heating and air system?
All right, so I always break it down into three crucial categories. Okay. The first one is a little bit where my background came from, the actual installation of the machines. So with a good quality installation, they last a long time. It's just the attention to detail there. Yeah. The second one is operation, and then the third one is what we've talked about a good bit on here is just maintaining of the machines. So those are the three keys that are going to tell us what the lifespan is like on any given machine.
Okay, all right, so that's good to know. So what is important in the operation of the heating? For example, is it more efficient to what can we do to keep our power bills down?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I always like a setback. So for instance, if we're going to work today, our houses are unmanned, so leaving it at more of a setback. So the less run time that your air conditioning has, the longer that it's going to run. Also too, when it comes back to the design and the operation, is we like an air conditioning machine to have a long run time. We don't want it to start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, because it puts a lot of wear and tear, and like doing sprints on a track or something, it's going to burn a lot of calories, or in this case, energy bill.
Gotcha.
We don't want it to run for too long and burn itself out. So we like a good run time. So we don't want sprints. We don't want a marathon. We want about a 5 to 10K, which kind of gets us in running terms.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Okay. So you talked about on the first question, you talked about maintenance as being part of that too. Do you offer maintenance contracts, or how do we go about keeping our systems maintained?
Yeah, so there's of course the more in depth that you go into maintenance, but it's just kind of like changing the oil into a car. So you want to make sure that air conditioning is properly maintained. Now, part of it a company like myself can do, but then part of it is back onto the homeowner. Making sure your filters are changed, making sure that if the water's leaking, we call somebody to take a look at it instead of crossing fingers to make sure it works the next time we come home. Right. And I've been in those situations as well too. So when living in different places, but it's just making sure that you keep the prime of that machine going. Kind of like even with a car, Miss Maureen, is just that the better you take care of that car on the front end, the longer that it's going to last over the long term. So maintenance is very much a key to it.
It is. So they can call you or go to your website to find out more about the different maintenance options, right?
Yes, ma'am. We offer several different plans, more in depth as it goes. Sometimes it has different features and benefits, but I consider maintenance a huge portion of the life of the machine.
Right, there you go. You need to check out Air Force Heating and Air. They can help you out. Thank you so much for joining us, Rhett.
Thank you,
We'll see you
Maureen.
on the very next Business Break.
If you want to be seen on Business Break, contact us here.